Oh, hello everyone. We're going to keep it warm and autumnal today, but also go through some like nice little beauty basics. And one trick, if you kind of struggle with your eyebrows, is to do your eyebrows first. And maybe you struggle with your eyebrows in the fact that the pigment doesn't last, or the clear gel that you're using is kind of getting a little bit mucky and picking up different product. You're just not getting that kind of clear slip when you put your product on or you're inking your eyebrows. You just don't have that aha moment where it feels and looks great. One little basic trick to avoid that from happening is, I'm not prepared, is to remove any product from your eyebrows before you even do your makeup, and do your eyebrows first. So I'm just going to use a little bit of La Roche-Posay micellar water on a clean cotton pad. I've done all my skincare and I'm just going to run this through backwards and forwards on both brows. And then I'm going to do my brows. Now, if you like a low maintenance kind of look, and you want something that is going to last, I have to say there isn't anything else like Wunderbrow. I used it a couple of months ago because obviously I had the break in the summer. And I've used the Wunderbrow gel most of the summer myself because it just lasted and it looked really soft. There are times when I want to kind of ink my brows and do all sorts of things, which of course we do. We're all kind of like, I don't know, you're going to go through phases, don't you? So I want to do like a really soft brow and go through aligning my eyebrow over my eye, just so that when you kind of do that yourself, you can kind of have my voice in your head, hopefully, and you can just maybe tweak a few little things. So Wonderbrow is kindly sponsoring this video. I've done some work with them actually all year. I mentioned Wonderbrow a long time ago when I was working with my charity, not my charity, a charity called Look Good Feel Better, because it's absolutely brilliant if you don't even have any eyebrows, because it really adheres to the skin very well. And because it's a genuine love of a product, they asked to work with me again, so I'm delighted to showcase the Wonderbrow products to you. But I'm going to start with Wunderbrow Eyebrow Gel first. Okay, now this product comes in 6 shades. It is transfer proof, pretty much waterproof, and it just makes your eyebrows look fuller, but it's also great if they look super sparse and you've got gaps in between your eyebrows. So as you know, I've had a little bit of tattooing on the edge of my brows here, but it's very subtle because I want to build them up if I want to. That was my choice. So I'm going to show you, especially now, sort of post-summer, I probably might tint them in a while because they're quite fair. But I'm just going to show you how this works. Now I kind of go between two colour products. One is blonde and one is brunette. This is cooler being blonde and this is warmer being brunette. I'm going to stick with blonde today. Now if you've used this product, let me say, if you go on Amazon, they've got over 50,000 reviews about this product. So if you are someone who finds that they can't get any longevity out of all the millions of brow products they've probably tried, then do try this. So this is the brush that it comes with. I think it used to just come with this brush. Now it actually comes with a proper double-ended fine liner brush and a twisted bristle spoolie brush, which is super handy. I like to put it on the back of my hand. Now, to create this look, I've got to be really mindful about where I'm putting my eyebrows. And so often I see it as in my eyebrow product. So often I see women with their eyebrows that fall too short. As we get older, we tend to lose the brows from the inner corners here. So you can actually use the Wonderbrow brush. Take that on the outer corner of your nose, cross it over the inner corner, and boom. That's where you should start. So if you have a little bit of space here, if your eyebrows are very fine, this is where you would start to apply. Now using this brush, I apply the colour where I need more coverage on my skin with a liner brush, and then I buff and colour in with the bristle brush. I'll show you all this in a moment. So I'm going to show you with the bristle brush first. So you start with the inner corner. So say if you want to, I don't need to with my liner brush, you just take the product, dip it in, and then bring it all the way up, all the way along. Your highest point needs to be looking straight ahead. You cross your pupil with the brush, and then that becomes your highest peak, which is mine is. On the outer corner, you go right to the edge of your eye, and then that will give you the line. If you fall short of it, you need to bring it down. If you go too long, just whip those out. So just look how great this is. So I whizzle, twizzle and whizzle, and very lightly, without touching the skin, I'm going to colour in and get the product to sit on my brow. And it's such a good colour, because as you can see, it's slightly cool. It doesn't give any of that sort of horrid warmth, but it gives the illusion of really lovely brows because it's picking up on all the light ones. Now, where I have eyebrow hair, it literally connects to and almost makes those hairs just a little bit more voluminous, fuller. But the wonderful thing is, I do another little dip, put it on the back of my hand, and then take the brush. So anywhere where you need to fill in, just take the brush and make sure you put the product in both sides. It's really important how you deposit the product onto any kind of brush, whether it's a lip brush, a brow brush, whatever, because it allows you to get an even distribution of the product. So just going in again a little bit more, and I'm just pressing it very lightly onto my skin, because that's where I need to get the depth to mimic the depth of my brow. And once I'm pleased with that, I just brush it through. And it just stays. Actually stays for a few days. If you're just using micellar water. A friend of mine just had her brows on. She's like, oh yeah, I've had it on for like 3 days. And they were like immaculate. So it's really quite good just to see one and not the other, because it looks so natural. I'm all about eyebrows looking very natural, makeup in general as an enhancement tool. And it's filled in my gaps. And please, if you've just given up on your eyebrows, if they've become very grey, they've lost their pigment, you don't want to colour them, try a product like this. Just remember to remove all the grease or all the makeup product, colour product away first, and then go in very lightly. I think originally that kind of brush sort of put people off, but now it's got this little tool. It's very easy for someone who is not, apt or used to using a lot of makeup. Just push it to the brows, colours it all in, perfect. It makes it so much easier to use. So all I would say is remove all the grease and then go backwards, and I'm literally not touching my skin. If you get the product on your skin where you don't need it, it's going to look too dense and too heavy, so you just don't need that. So I am obviously going to fill in the brows here so that I get that nice balance. Otherwise I look too heavy and too thick at the top. And it just sets in place. So I'm going to go back again, making sure that the product doesn't get too dry. It's a nice little fresh dip, and then go back in with a brush. You can of course put it on a saucer or a little makeup mixer, whatever you prefer. So very light strokes. You won't get that sharp inked look, which I do often. It's much more soft focus, but it just means that it can kind of cover more, which is great. And I think a little bit of thinness I've got here. Now, if you do what I've done and you blob it and you make too much of a mistake, very quickly and lightly, in that sort of like soft whipping moment, just pull it through. How about that? Lovely. Great. So I thought that was a helpful tip, because I know that people struggle with maintaining the pigment on their eyebrows.